Saturday, March 10th. Well, 2 days before quote-unquote spring break, it decided to do this. I'm not really sure why they call it spring break around here. I would change it to March break because this tends to happen more often than not. So in 48 hours, 20 inches of snow, and worse in some other areas, but it came down. This is the first break and blue skies that we've seen in 2 days. Yeah, so what's interesting is our little roof situation. So it looks like it's shed down here. Now, it's kind of doing its job now, but unfortunately it kind of backed up in here a little bit, so it's not going to keep doing that because now it's going off the back of the roof like we wanted it to all along and going down the hill here. But we haven't had this much snow all winter, so this was an experiment to see what would happen. We may have to build something up along there for next winter now that we see what it's going to do. I guess idealistically it would have been nicer to have this overhang maybe a foot or two more, and that may have solved the problem, but these BCIs are already long enough. So thankfully the carport enclosure got finished before this happened, because it would be pretty close to impossible to be building anything along there. A piece of snow just fell off the roof and hit me on the head. On that tree and hit me on the head. I won't stand under there any longer. So now we need to start, we'll have to move the appliances out of here, so I guess we need to focus on getting the kitchen and some stuff done in there so we can move this out of the way and start moving things into the carport enclosure there. Scott had to he was going to use the forks to lift that up and move it closer to the house and do all that, but then when the snow started dumping, he had to dump the forks off of the Bobcat and start doing snow removal. So unfortunately his focus had to shift, and anyway, we're gonna get back on the inside here really soon. Well, it's Monday evening and Scott's been doing another coat of mud in the bedroom here. It's just a tedious process, time consuming. He's working on that, and Raul's back helping out. Finished getting the sheetrock up in this closet here, so Scott can start mudding and taping in there. We don't really care if it's totally finished, just enough so that we can stack some stuff in there for now. And then Raul finished that, so now he's up there working on this little area here is for storage, and we want to have that at least sheetrock so we can stack some boxes and things of household belongings that we're not going to be using. So that's the plan. Scott's continuing also to get another coat of mud in here in the bathroom. So little bit at a time, and you just got a little bit to do some finishing along here. And who's going to just want to prime around here, and then we can get this finished up in the kitchen. So I've been working on cleaning some things up in here. Always lots of dust around and stuff. So and we're trying to reorganize. Get this room reorganized. I moved the shelving unit in here. I'm gonna have to restack and stuff because we just need to have more space in the rest of the house. Okay, we are definitely not those people who claim to be living off the grid. I'm just going to say that right now, because we enjoy having some equipment to use to do things like this. We are taking the washer and dryer and fridge in from, good job dear, look at that, from under the carport, and depositing it on the front doorstep, better than the delivery man could do. Nice job, honey. And getting them inside the house. So what's happening here. Okay, so we have got the fridge in. We had to take the door off to do that, and then the washing machine over there. So these are able to get through the door okay. We took this door off because it's going to go out in the carport anyway, so that's why it's set there for right now. Now that we have the appliances out from under the carport, we can start moving some stuff in here. Scott's leveling that out. He's just building some platforms because we're going to put the freezers along here. We're just going to put them up on some platforms. We have some shelving here right now just to start stacking some stuff. He'll get that done, and then we can just start taking stuff a truckload at a time in here. What are you trying to do there?
Just sanding out some of the lines before I do my wet sand. So I wet sanded over here to get rid of, like the rough sanding lines. And, I'm going to have to probably wet sand it a couple times to get through the scratches. I want those gone.
Oh, yeah.
Since we're not going to texture this wall, it has to be very, very clean.
Okay.
So I need to do a coat here all the way across, and I think that is pretty good there. I'm not seeing any humps. Just I need to probably do one more here. A light one right there, a light one here, and then I'm done. Everything's light coat. It's not a heavy coat that needs to go on there. So
if we can get that done tonight, we'll still be able to prime it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's a light coat. It'll dry in.
Okay.
It'll probably dry in 4 hours.
Alrighty, because it's Thursday night, and we have a friend who has volunteered to help do some painting tomorrow. So we were trying to get the kitchen at least finished to the point where we're ready to be able to prime just those areas that need to be done. So let Scott finish up with that. And we just we had to put this into position to get some exact measurements for his dad for the cabinets. And then we'll just move this out of the way so we can prime behind there, and we'll be ready to roll. All right, what are we testing here?
It's just the blower, different speeds for it.
Ooh, look at that. Snazzy.
I'll give some air.
Obviously. We don't have the vent hooked up yet, but at least we got power to it now. It's just kind of blowing stuff around. That's great. Okay, at least we have power, and then we'll hook the vent up. Anyway, so it's Friday afternoon. Rocky's here doing a little bit of electrical stuff, and we have been working on a little of this, a little of that. So Scott still, he noticed that there's a bit of a bulge here behind that beadex, and so this morning he was going to finish this all, and then we had planned, Dan was going to come over and help us prime and paint this, but so Scott needs another day to smooth that out, and it'll be ready to go tomorrow. But we did get some paint samples and decided that we're going to go with, this is going to be our base color, will be on most of the walls, and then this green is going to go on the north wall of the living room, and we decided to go ahead and use that here in the kitchen as well. So it's going to go on this. Potentially we could do the bathroom, yeah. So we kind of like how it, in the kitchen, it's, oops, there's our little sample for the countertop, and yeah, I think it's all going to flow together nicely. So the color, this color is not going to work against the cabinets. So the green, I think we're going to be good with that. We had to take the pantry down here to be able to prime and do all that stuff. Everything's set up to go ahead and paint tomorrow. We moved all the cabinets and stuff out of here and the fridge out. So that green color is going to be going on that wall, this north wall here, and then the lighter kind of tan along the other areas. So Jackie was here this morning helping me clean up a bunch of stuff. This room was a complete disaster, the staging room, and we just totally gutted it and reorganized. So now we can, it's like, oh, it kind of still looks messy, but at least, I mean, we laid stuff out like, oh, do I need one of those? Or all the drill bits are in here, and we reorganized the fasteners so we can actually get to some stuff, and put all of his dad's plumbing stuff under there. So when he comes back, it's like, boom, everything's right there. And I had moved this shelving unit in there, stacked some stuff up, but we still have some room so we can get some things organized in that zone. Okay, so next project is working on getting this vent, well, it's a vent light heater combo that we've got here above the tub enclosure. So Rocky's gonna get that hooked up. Orion got this built and that installed just to get it in place, but didn't have time to finish all that. The priority when he was here that weekend was getting this enclosure done, just getting the quarry and completed, and that's his expertise, so we were certainly thankful to have him here to do that. And now this is Rocky's expertise, so we have him here doing that. And Scott has been working on some more finishing in here. He said he's almost got it along, he's got to run another coat down here and here, and then we're going to go ahead and texture these walls. So the plan is, here's a couple, I got these little sample jobbers for the paint this morning, and we had narrowed it down to these colors that we liked. So I think we're probably going to go ahead and do that lighter color in the bedroom, and then do that vine leaf pattern texture in here. So hopefully Scott will be able to get that done tomorrow. We've got Dan available to paint. I mean, our main objective, like I said before, we're trying to get this room done. I don't know what we're going to be able to do with the closet. We might just have to put the shelves and stuff in here. We're going to try to get moved in this weekend, but that's not going to happen. We just tried to push it as hard as we could, but sometimes it's a little too difficult, too much. So we'll keep plugging away at it, but this weekend definitely get more done, and if we can be out of the apartment by next weekend, that is the new plan. All right, what are we testing here? So we have let there be light and let there be fan. Okay. Cool. It works. That's very... Will it take more than... Could I put a stronger light bulb in there? Yeah? Yeah. Well, maybe that's enough light. That's enough light for showering.
Up anyway when I first turned it on.
Oh, okay.
Fluorescence takes over.
Nice. Sweet.
See, honey,
What
now
is
that
it?
that primer's on there,
Yeah.
you can't see the joints.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was going for. Primer
Perfect.
will tell you if you messed up every
Okay.
time.
So you finished sanding this part up here, and that looks... Yeah,
It's
that
pretty
looks-
good. I mean,
looks good.
there's little dimples and stuff like that with the panel film, so
Okay.
it's no sense in getting crazy on it.
No, I think that's great.
I
Fabulous.
do need to probably shine the light on it.
Don't shine a light on it, because then you'll see more
Well, no, I need to
imperfections.
know now. I need to know if there's any serious raise points. I need to see them,
Okay.
because I did put a heavy coat of mud on that yesterday to fix this the beads that had the air pockets. So,
Okay.
so when you're done filming, I'll have you hold that up for me real quick.
We'll do that right now, and we
'Cause
have
this man's moving quick.
Dan is on it over here.
Dan the man is moving
Dan.
quick.
Dan the man. Dan
I think
is.
the mud looks great over here.
Mud looks
job,
great
Scott.
in the. Okay.
Did a really nice job.
Dan is my neighbor, literally, at school. He teaches right next door to me, and offered to help paint? And I said, yes, absolutely. Every little bit helps. So he's going to prime this and get our color on here today. And this will be one more room that we have ready to roll.
Which cans?
It's a secret. Got it from the
Which-
secret can.
Which can do you think that came out of, Imogen?
Got it from the secret can. Imogen.
Which
Is it
which one?
this one?
Yeah, why do you think it's that one?
I don't know.
You don't know? Because it's white. That color's white. That's the primer. That's what goes on first before we put the color on. Yep. So he's getting all that done over there. Cool. All right, so Jackie is helping me load some more stuff into the carport enclosure. I moved a bunch of it the other day by myself. It's Saturday evening, and we've got it packed to the brim.
To the gills.
To the gills, that's right, everywhere. We still have to move. We have a couple more freezers that are going to go here. Scott's going to get someone to help him with those. And we've just kind of just been throwing stuff under here. I just took a load in my car. She took a load. We still got to get the bikes up, and we'll probably hang them there. But we're making some progress. So we're checking out the kitchen here.
Ooh, I
Like
like
that.
the color. Very nice.
Oh, a little difficult to see in the light here, but
What is this
Oh,
color's
this-
name?
it's called Tapenade.
Tapenade. Where did they come up with
I
that
don't know.
name?
Tapenade.
And you know that
Mhm.
your
Let's
countertop's
see.
really going to set that off nice.
Oh yeah, where's that little? We had a little
You
sample.
moved it.
I know.
And you moved it into this other room.
Yeah, but I don't want to put it back there yet. But I had like a little tiny piece that I was going to put in there. I can't remember where I put that one either. But
There's a piece here.
is that it? Oh, okay, close enough. We can kind of.
What did you have in mind?
Well, this piece goes right there.
Oh,
So we could sit here, grab that piece and we can just for fun shove it right in there. You want to just kind of see the sample of what. Wood's good. I don't think that's fine.
See, that's what I was trying
Oh,
to do.
that's all right. Okay, we can just leave it there for now and just kind of look and see what. Yeah, I like it. I think that's nice. I think it's a good compliment.
Yeah, you might just have to.
Mm-hmm. Well, there'll be a little piece
A
of
trim.
like a trim of corian going up the side
yeah.
around there or whatever anyway, so not to worry about that. Yeah, so I think maybe another coat in here. Oh, so we did do that whole wall. Now this piece is gonna have to all go back up there,
Right.
you know, reattach that, but sure, this is great. This is great. Turned out exactly the way I want it. Now we just need to put all this stuff back together. And yeah. Sunday, March 18th, about 5:30, and Jackie just went home. She was helping me clean this area up here and Scott's little napping zone. That's what you do when you're working up here at 3 o'clock in the morning. Work, tape a little, mud a little, and then take a little rest. So we were also cleaning out in here. This is going to be our little storage zone. So we just have that basically fire taped, and we just wanted to sweep it out, get it clean enough to stack boxes in there. We are switching mode to moving. Obviously, we did not get as far as we wanted to this weekend with the whole moving venture. Today was supposed to be our deadline to actually move, but obviously that didn't happen. But that's okay. We're regrouping, and we decided to just kind of switch gears from trying to like hurry up and finish a room and that type of thing to just stopping, except for there's a little bit more mud that Scott needs to do in the bathroom. He wants to definitely get some primer on the wall in there at least, but we're stopping to try to push like, oh, we need to get that room painted or whatever, like just as long as it's mudded and it's good to go, we're just gonna wipe things down, clean the floors up a bit, put some shelving in the closet, and just start moving stuff in. So he'll do that a little bit at a time during the week. I'm going back to work tomorrow. I need to quit what I'm doing now because grades are due in the morning. It's always like that, third quarter grades. So back to work. It's been spring break, week off for me, which was great because it allowed me the opportunity to be in here and get a lot done and get things packed at the apartment and stuff. So that's been super helpful. But now it's back to work, and so I need to get out of here and get back to the classroom, do what I need to do. Every day after work this week, I'm just going to come up here and start packing stuff into this storage compartment. I'm the packer. I'm the one who can like fit stuff into every little crack that I possibly can. So Scott will move some stuff up and then just get it up here stationed in the loft, and then using the lift, and then I can just get stuff packed in there. And each day we'll kind of move stuff into a room. So I guess we'll go downstairs because Jackie and I were cleaning in the kitchen. But last night, Scott noticed there were a couple of places along the wall after Dan had finished painting that he said, this is where I used that tape, and he didn't like the way it was finishing, so he switched over to using the mesh, and which worked out better. But anyway, there were some little areas that were bubbling here and here, so this morning he filled those, packed them in, and sanded a little bit. He said he wants to sand a little bit more and then touch up those as far as the paint goes. So we are very pleased with this color in here. We really like it. We think it's going to go great with the cabinets and the floor and the countertops and everything. So the other thing we realized needed to be done is that the drawers need to have a coat of Varathane on there. So he got a can of that, and all of these drawers are going to come out. I've already stationed some over there in the living room, so he's going to sand them lightly and get a coat of Varathane, like a water-based Varathane on there to seal it, because we're going to be putting our food and stuff. And then he'll move this back over, attach it to the wall here, and get this piece back on top so we can start moving stuff in here for the kitchen. And same thing for these little cabinets that are going to go on either side of the refrigerator there. So he'll finish the insides of those and get them done, and we'll be ready to roll and start doing some cooking over here. Mr. Chef, we will get him in action in his new kitchen. He is quite the master, quite the culinary master, and we're excited about finally getting in here. So that's what we're going to be up to this week. We wanted to kind of get this wrapped up and post a video so everybody knows what we've been up to. We've really been pushing it hard this week, but just kind of ran out of steam. And fortunately, there was nobody pounding the doors down to move into the apartment. And since the rent is paid to the end of the month, we're like, okay, we'll take another week and focus on getting some other things done before we get out of there. So that's the plan, and we're just going to get it done. So by next weekend, we're going to be in this place.